Hey, you know why you're here? I think you do. It's time for comics and beer. And we're back. So I'm glad I did a mic check on this because it was muted. I would hate to do my whole spiel, have the mic muted, and then have to do it over. That's no good. Right? 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 So, anyways, I got a stack of books. I got a beer. You know the deal. Let's get to some beer. Okay? Okay. Now, this is one dank juice from Oddside Ales. Oddside Ales out of Michigan. Let's check out this can. It's the original dank juice. Double dry hopped India Pale Ale. We had a dry hop beer last week. Nothing too special about this can, although I will say it's kind of classic. And we've got a nice little gold color up there, reminiscent of Miller High Life or something. But anyways, Oddside Ales has been their beers have been excellent from my tastings. Double dry hopped with Citra and Amarillo hops to create a slightly hazy beer rich in juicy tropical notes and aromas. 6.5% ABV. And like I said, this brewery is out of Grand Haven, Michigan. Maybe I'll get to visit there one day. So my wife has had this. She had a can earlier in the week, and she said it was very good. So, and she's a critic too. She's a tough customer. So let's see what I think. That smells good. It smells good. The tasting. Let's taste it, shall we? Yeah, yeah. Wow. Kind of complicated. You get those citrus notes for sure. You get the hazy taste, and you definitely. Well, it's more hazy than regular IPA tasting, but you do get that bitterness too. So those are the three main elements I would describe. It's a little complicated on the front end, but as it sifts into your palate, it's actually it's kind of good, kind of refreshing. So 6, yay, yay! But that's good. So books came out this week. It was mostly DC and indies for me this week. I know some Marvel books came out. Didn't Avengers come out? And Venom. I do read some Marvel books like Thor, Hulk, Daredevil, and some other things. But I'm not as endeared, as entrenched to the Marvel universe as some are. Okay, but anyways, enough of that. So where are we starting off here? Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman 755. This B cover. This B cover is nice, isn't it? A lot of the DCBs have been. I don't want to say lame. Yeah. Kind of lame. But this one is good. This one's up to snuff. So. Um, but this was a cool Wonder Woman story. It's setting up a new arc, the Four Horsewoman. If you can see from that cover, um, you have this woman who is a descendant of Valkyries, and she's pissed off at Wonder Woman. And well, she's kind of mystical. She's conjured up three companions to give you four adversaries for Wonder Woman. So, um, just a good solid issue. DC does a good job with Wonder Woman. It's usually a pretty satisfying read, I think. one on. It's the B cover. Got the A cover too. I think these are both pretty sweet. And next up, oh, I have another bear. Another bear. Oh, one thing I wanted to bring up that I forgot. I've talked about Gary Newser's Specters Club before. It's one Gary Newser who I know from the CBSI G Plus days. He frequents this show, as in watches it on occasion. And Nico from CBSI, they do a really fun show on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. shooting the shit about comic books. Gary is very, very well versed in pretty much everything as far as comics go, and he reads as well as speculates, and they did an image show a couple weeks ago that was really good. I was down with about 80% of the books they were talking about and enjoyed that show very much. But this week, and it's tomorrow, well, I guess it's next week technically, tomorrow at 10 a.m., they're having the legendary Half-Price Crook, who, if you've seen any of his social media, he has some epic half-price books hauls. And, well, he actually lives about 10 or 15 minutes away from me, so we found out before. He's a cool guy. But this should be a fun show. It's on YouTube. Just search for Specters Club or Comic Perspective, and it'll take you right to it. And again, that's tomorrow at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. tomorrow, y'all. All right, back to the books. Suicide Squad. This is a good read. I mean, I didn't love. I liked the early issues better than this. This actually had a B cover too, and I like the A cover better. So there. I think I'd mentioned I was getting the Frank Show. I would get the Frank Show Harley Quinn 72 when it came to me, and this brings up a point about DC distribution. My comic shop got this a week late, and DC distribution is sucking. What was the Justice League book that came out this week? Was it 45? I think it was. I went to 2 local comic shops, and they didn't have it. So, what? Excuse me. DC distribution, you're sucking, man. You're sucking. You're making me frustrated. I'm not the only one either. I'm not the only one, y'all. So what's up with that? I wanted to read Justice League this week, but I guess I'm gonna have to wait. You make me wait, DC. You make me wait. All right, this is another funny one. The Resistance by AWA. Didn't this come out in March? Why did my LCS just get this? I'm like, Corey, this came out months ago. And he's like, no, I think that was just the retailer, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. But I think this is a badass cover. Mike Deodato Jr., his artwork is fantastic. These interiors are excellent too. But this one hits a little close to home. It's about a virus wiping out the citizens of the world, and once it's contained, a new group of heroes find their powers. But a good 3/4 of this was about viral deaths across the world. So getting a little close, and rioting too. Yeah, there's that. Yeah. All right. Dead Day. There were some cool covers for this. This definitely looked like an interesting book. This is like this is like playing off of the Day of the Dead. Across the world, zombies rise on the Day of the Dead, and well, they go after families. And am I describing it right? Well, anyways, there's a gander at some of the artwork. It's a decent read. Decent read. Okay, next up, we have Cullen Bunn's Rogue Planet from Ani Press. Man, what was that? I meant to check this out before I started filming. What was that Oni book that everyone, Ani Press book that everyone spec'd on? It was about the kids. Can't remember. But okay, so anyways, Rogue Planet. This is like sci-fi and horror. I thought this was just okay. This is a decent read. Maybe I should read it again, but I feel like I know Cullen's setup for books. I mean, a lot of characters are introduced. We're getting to know you, blah, 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 blah. And then there's a big reveal at the end. Yeah, big reveal at the end. And spoilers. Yeah, so there's the reveal. Yay. That was a pretty cool panel. All right, here's another one from Aftershock Disaster Inc. Now, this looked pretty cool. That's some kind of samurai, but cool cover. I like that cover. But it was a weird story too. Like this group of the Japanese folks called them gaijins in the book. So this group of gaijins set up a tour group with the Japanese to visit disaster sites in Japan. It was a fairly easy read, kind of weird, but well, weird is not the right word. Different, yeah. We did get this nice traditional Japanese art at the end, but this is just thrown in there. Not very representative of the art in the book, but I liked it, so I bring it up here. And then lastly, this 20XX. This is the only one in the pile I haven't read yet, but looking forward to it. Maybe I'll read it after this. Maybe. Jonathan Luna, he did Alex and Ada, which is a book I liked a lot. I really liked the first issue of this. Subsequent issues, not as much. This is issue 4, but hey, I picked it up and I am pulling for it. So, is that it? Is that all I have to say? I think so. So, it's Comics and Beer for this week. I hope you tune in next week, and, well, cheers, y'all.